I'm Ryan James, team principal at Apex Autonomous Racing, and we are back in the beautiful Navarra, Spain. This is our second time here. The very first test was a few months ago, then we had Silverstone a few weeks ago, and now we're back.
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. Watch the game change. Watch the game change.
The package that we're running here, both on the hard and the software side, is much different than it was a few months ago. The biggest change is the car looks better. But a big change we made is our Eagle One hardware stack. We went from having all of our hardware mounted to the hood of the car to moving everything up to a roof mount system. So we can take it off of one car, fly to the other side of the world, put it on another car. It's all about creating flexibility in how and where and when we test. We also built our own, it's called an RTK base station. It's a standalone system that helps us triangulate where the car is more accurately, that gives us really precise GPS. We want like centimeters of accuracy.
So I'm working on setting up the GNSS base station. It's just essentially a Raspberry Pi, a receiver, and a cellular modem. So this sits in one location, and because it knows where it is, it can take information from the satellites around it and give that to the receiver that's on the car. So that takes the uncertainty from like 3 meters down to like 2 centimeters. So we're setting up this so we have redundancy wherever we end up.
Right now we are actually checking out cameras and calibrating them. So this time we have multiple machine vision cameras with us for the car, and they need to be calibrated, and that's what we're on right now.
The main challenge for today is to power everything we need to power on this rig from inside it with batteries. Beforehand, we used to have a large battery where the passenger seat now is. Passenger seat's in, so we've removed the big battery, so we're having to localize all the power in the box, which is easier said than done because we have to do it effectively with these batteries like this and a few AC batteries as well. So that's the current technical issue.
They're all spinning. Yep. Nice, very nice. Love it.
It's the small things in life, because when this started, it was connected to a car battery in the passenger footwell, and we'd have to have a mechanic go and like unbolt it to turn off the LiDARs. Now we have these switches and USB power, and it's just beautiful. Something I've been dreaming about for a very long time is having one of the race engineers in the passenger seat with a screen, and they can see the LiDAR and all the data real time. And so we're literally installing the screen right now, which I'm very excited about.
We are setting up this Carnegie Robotics S30 wide baseline stereo camera. It has a near infrared camera here and here. With that, we can do depth estimation. This is a very ruggedized camera.
I'm currently working on the time beat. So essentially this is a device that will help us synchronize all of our different sensors. We sort of synchronize them through like a NTP server, but it's not super well synchronized. So the idea is now we'll have a dedicated machine that will act as a central clock, and that will correct for like these different timestamps of the cameras.
The objective for today is to get out on track with it back on the roof of the McLaren with everything working so we can actually start gathering data. It seems a bit optimistic at this point. Hopefully we'll get it out with some of the stuff working, but it's a case of, okay, when is that cut-off point of, okay, we need to get it on track, so we're doing something because we have the whole track and we haven't used it. 2 out of 3 will be enough. If we can get 2 out of 3 things working at the same time, we'll put it out and then see what we get.
Right now I'm just trying to connect to a local base station in Los Arcos to see if I can get an initial position on our base station just for redundancy and confirm that that base station's working so I can forward it on to the vector nav and we can get on track and run. Kind of a race against time trying to fight against networking and get this thing to work. Oh, hey, that finally connected. Thank goodness.
The problem is one camera is stuck in a read-only mode and the other camera is stuck in no access, whatever that means. And I have no clue what to do anymore. And I cannot do anything with this camera.
All right, so you're talking to the German Lucid guy? Yes. Okay.
I'm just reaching near my end. I need like an hour of doing nothing.
We are still trying to get out on the track. We have nearly a victory with GNSS, but can't say that until it's done. We are having challenges with our new cameras. They're not behaving. Marvin is on the phone with a fellow German from the camera maker right now, so we're hoping that will help dispel some of our uncertainties right now in that camera. If we get even one of these cameras going and we get GNSS, we're ready to hit the tracks. But we're in a race against the clock right now, so we're pretty nervous about it.
Why is it heat sinks?
I think it's a power Ethernet thing.
The batteries are giving us a bit of an issue. We've got some new cameras that are going in. We seem to be able to get everything to work independently, but not all at once. So, but that's purely, I think, a power issue.
Critical path for vector nav and going out in 10-15.
10-15 minutes. Get the Eagle One outside. Check that the cellular router has internet connection. Then I can just straight up run an RTK web stream to stream off of the Los Arcos base station, and we see what happens with the vector nav.
Perfect. All hands to mounting duty.
Yeah.
On the back. Tiny bit of slack now, but just minimum.
Vector nav, primary, P0, and the blue one comes up as USB1.
After a day of lots of challenges, we finally had a successful capture. We were able to get our differential GPS working with RTK using the VectorNav VN310. We were able to get all 3 LiDARs not only capturing but visible on the mounted screen in the dash.
That's cool.
Yeah. How did the visuals look?
Fucking insane.
Yeah?
It was so cool. Everyone
were looking up and down.
How was
it
the
like
alignment? Was the
exactly
alignment
matched?
very off?
Yeah, the 3 LiDARs look great.
To our knowledge, it's the first time a race car like a GT4 has had a big monitor mounted in the passenger side like this. All in all, a pretty good ending to a pretty tough day. We're not entirely thrilled because our cameras are not quite working yet, but tomorrow we feel confident we can get that working. Yeah.
We got on track with 5 minutes to spare, which means that we just spent 9 hours configuring stuff when we should have been on track. I would say in general, today was a pretty frustrating day. We have the new cameras we're testing out. We had them working in the morning and then they stopped working. And then we realized that the mount that we have essentially insulated them. So they got too hot and we might have broken them. That would suck. But we got everything together with a few, like 5 minutes left to go on track. So we're able to get a few laps in. We got the high accuracy GPS working down to 3 centimeters, which was extremely cool. And we got the screen inside the car working. So Aldi was driving, I was in the engineer seat, and was able to see a virtual LiDAR view from the car live while we're on track. So that's a win. Tonight we gotta fix some things and hopefully use the track more tomorrow. Rather spend the time now, make the mistakes now versus we're in Abu Dhabi, you know?
Okay, it's day 2 now, and today we set up everything like always. Huge struggle in the first days, but it is what it is. And we got cameras running, LiDARs running, the GNSS is running in RTK, and we're pretty much finalizing right now until we're able to go out on track and record some data.
That, I believe, should be everything powered.
Yes.
Cool.
No, the LiDARs are good, the cameras are good, together they're not good.
Okay, here we are on day 2. We're trying to go out on the track. We have hit a challenge. Yesterday we weren't able to get the cameras going with the 3 LiDArs, but today we're able to get 1 camera with 3 LiDArs.
Can someone walk in front of the camera? Okay, it's still working. I think it's the switch.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's a little bit of a bummer. We realized our switch can't handle the 2 cameras plus the 3 LiDArs, so we're falling back in the short term to 1 camera and 3 LiDArs.
What's up, y'all? We are halfway through day 2. It's been a little bit of like a frustrating day, running into issues, integrating everything. You know, a lot of times you'll have one piece working, one piece working, one piece working, then you combine them all, and then you run into issues. So the next hour here, we're gonna adapt and improvise, overcome, and create a new way to manage all of that data.
Only one fly and, oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flies.
All right, you want to check camera or LiDAR?
Both.
Oh, there's a huge variation in the LiDAR counts.
Oh, the camera
Pretty
died.
fucking bad.
Yeah, it's completely dead. We also have only 1,000 camera images. We
Can we look
should
at
have
Foxconn?
10,000.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's switch basket. Yeah.
Switch to make it.
Yeah, we have 1/10
LiDAR drops, camera drops,
and all of the LiDARs have
Glossy.
like a shitty frame rate.
Shitty.
Other kind of annoying things that happen are we rely on what's called an RTK base station. Those base stations, which are hosted by people or the government outside of our control, sometimes those base stations go down. We've been building our own base station, but the fact that the one in Spain went down means that getting our base station working just became a very high priority. It's raining tomorrow. That's going to be an interesting challenge. So we're going to try and get as many laps out there as we can now while it's nice and sunny. So I'm gonna go out in the race car and do what we call the left, right, center test. So I drive on the left side of the track, the right side of the track, where the tire is like right on the white line, and then right down the center. And so we have all the GPS points of all those runs, and that gives us really good, what we call track bounds. And so we can load that into our GPS visualization system, and we can see exactly how well those line up. There you go.
Just for my notes, do you remember the series? Was it left, center,
Left,
race?
center, right, then race line.
So here we have our data that we just collected. In this main window, it's LiDAR data. And pretty much what it's showing, it's just points in space. So we can see like track boundaries, and we just colored it a little bit differently so that we're able to tell like which LiDAR is picking up what images, and we can like, more accurately be like, okay, objects are located this far or this close to us. Unfortunately, as we were doing this, the LiDARs died. They pulled a bit too much power along with the computer that we were running in there, but we got some really good data. We're able to do like good analysis and like hopefully some good training on this. So like for passenger seat, do you like this angle, or do you want like a kind of like a looking down angle, or do you want
What does BEV look like?
let's see. BEV kind of looks like this. I mean, BEV looks pretty cool.
Let's do BEV.
You like BEV? Okay.
Yep, beautiful.
When they want to back up.
You're so ready for data.
Yeah, I'm waiting. This data was perfect because it's actually hard to like craft something to look at because the LiDARs last time was just too choppy.
Yep.
So it's rock. Okay. Okay. So I can start the back again?
Yeah, start catching again.
Okay.
See you soon.
Have fun.
So Ryan's actually in car now for the first time with the laptop in the passenger seat, and they are using the LiDARs to be able to measure the left side of the track, the right side of the track, and the middle. That gets the best possible coverage for us, which we can overlay with the GPS coordinates we have of this track to effectively laser scan the track.
I always thought racing was a cool sport, but then we started turning the corners, and I started moving out of my seat, and I was like, wow, this is intense. Everything was good. I got to see the cool sensor stuff, but I was stressed out, and I wasn't even driving, so.
How's Ryan driving?
It was great. It was great. 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. No, 5 out of 5.
Scale, I don't know why, it just sounded
No, I liked it. You know, the funny thing is that I thought we were driving on the race line, and then we actually started driving on the race line, and I was like, oh shit. If anyone wants to come rescue me, I'm kind of stuck.
Harvey?
Who is? Yes.
You want to say something about the weather?
It's raining.
All right, day 3. Today is rainy. Yesterday was a pretty good day. Got through some challenges, figured out last night in the garage after we're done at the track, figured out the networking issues we were running into, and we believe that today we have a solution for having 3 LiDARs and 2 cameras running. In about an hour, we're gonna go out and test our new front and rear cameras. They're synced both in calibration and in time with the LiDARs. So every time the LiDARs send out like a burst of lasers to capture the environment, the camera also takes a picture in that same millisecond. And the ultimate goal there is you're able to combine those pictures so that you get the best of both worlds.
So we're about to drive slowly around the track in a rental car. I'm gonna be in the passenger seat driving the drone.
We're good to go?
We're good. And the purpose is to record a video of the entire track, because since we were here last, it's changed. They did construction. So we need to update our map, and we're going to take the video that we record of the entire track and use software to reconstruct it in 3D. And then we'll use that to aid our localization work.
And I'm driving the car.
It's raining. Hope we can get out. Looks like it's clearing a little bit. We should be able to run so long as... Oh, right, I gotta get that in.
Yes, that's why I brought it.
Might be a little longer before we run. After a little bit of tape here and there, I should be able to get this fully waterproof for us to run.
We just put this nice little lightweight sim rig together. Now I'm just testing it out a little bit.
Nice job setting this up.
I put it up a little higher because, yeah, you're a lot taller than me. So, yeah, they're getting, like, good practice laps in, as well as, like, you know, testing purposes, like, training purposes. And because it is, like, the weather is pretty bad, we're not wasting time. So it's really nice.
Yeah. I think it probably makes sense for you to do it because I don't want to mess up in the wet. And then Marvin will be in passenger seat and monitoring cameras.
Okay.
Let me do my thing. Oh, fuck.
What?
The beast has 36 minutes remaining.
Oh, that's not ideal.
Is there space for an external battery?
There is a USB.
This morning we had some issues because we forgot to charge the computer, so unfortunately in the morning we didn't get a chance to drive around. But I think we're finally ready. Ollie's going to be driving, and I think Marvin's going in the driver's seat. We're installing the computer. So this time we're going to be running with our 3 LiDARs, both cameras running, and we're going to be running our GNSS with the RTK, so we're going to have super accurate GPS.
Guys, can we move the tent, please?
All right. Enjoy your ride.
No, I have no last words.
Okay.
Because I was living the dream, honestly. I have no regrets in my life. Please go easy on me. No dog. Okay, let's go.
It's been raining all day, but even then we ran in the rain. We got some awesome footage of having 3 race cars on track, how the 3 LiDARs and the 2 cameras, how they detected those objects, even when there's like 3 race cars inches away from each other. It was extremely cool. Like we mentioned earlier, like it's not a lot of teams are gonna have data in using these sensors in the rain, so it's a big advantage for us. We ended up solving the networking issue, and so we're able to have enough bandwidth for all of those sensors to talk to the CPU all at once. Our RTK base station performed flawlessly, and our engineering station is just amazing. We're starting to display all the important sensors and metrics in there. I'm just nerding out It's almost more fun than driving the race car. So we're in the last 10 minutes of our last day. And well, actually, we're still trying to push code. I was gonna say that we're laying back, reflecting on, a mission well done, but we're actually frantically pushing code to go test in our last 10 minutes. Last test of the day. All right, KISS ICP ready? Up next for us are two big missions. One is we're going to Abu Dhabi to collaborate with A2RL for the off-season testing. So this is really important because the league themselves are making changes to the car, to the format of the race, etc. So they're bringing teams in to help run those testing events. So we're gonna be in Abu Dhabi for a week and hands on the actual race car, which will be very, very nice. So off to Abu Dhabi we go.